The latest thing we're hearing is it's quietened down somewhat, although we've had more troops arrive in the last few minutes. Did have a flow of excitement. We've had these 3 loud explosions that have occurred across the last hour. The first of them definitely being the loudest, a very, very loud explosion. It sounded like it came from deep within the building. It was followed about half an hour later by another 2 that came in quite quick succession. And that was after a group of very heavily armed commandos actually went into the building amid some sort of hail of cheers from the crowd that's gathered here. Any time military personnel turn up and start heading towards the building, the crowd starts up in great chanting. And probably the most interesting development we've had over the last 10 minutes was everybody getting very excited when we could see someone on the 5th floor moving the curtain to the side. It's a window that we've never seen the curtains move in so far. There's one man who's been very prominent on the 9th floor that we've been able to look at most of the dark, especially him now. But on the 5th floor to the left, the curtains were moved. And at this point, there's great excitement and people sort of saying that they could actually see a man who was actually a gunman. I certainly can't confirm that. It's a long way. I'm probably about 75 metres from the building, and when you actually look at the angle going up to the building from where I'm standing, it's probably just a bit further than that. There's a very, very harsh light here at the moment, but there is some activity on that 5th floor in that window, and those curtains were moving. There was somebody looking out sort of very surreptitiously, and then the curtains were closed again. And there seems to be quite a lot of activity going on. The smoke somewhat dissipated across in the back of the building. It was quite prominent earlier on. That seems to have gone away somewhat. But still, there really is a feeling here at the moment, Harlow, that this situation is starting to gain some momentum.
Phil, one cannot begin to imagine what's going on right now. This is some 18 hours after the initial explosions and targeted attacks had taken place, and there's still a situation going on. We don't know how many people, how many civilians are still stuck inside these hotels, do we?
Absolutely not. And the other thing is we don't know how many gunmen are in there as well. And that obviously makes it a very, very difficult situation for the military who are going in here trying to clear out each floor as they go. One of the military commanders I spoke to said they have to do it very, very slowly and very, very carefully. This is obviously taking a very long time. I mean, as you say, it's been many hours now since these attacks first happened, about 10 o'clock last night in Mumbai. Now, coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, and here at the Oberoi, I really haven't seen that many people actually emerging from the hotel since I've been here most of the day.
Yeah, and Phil, just to bring our viewers up to date, what we are seeing right now live on our screens there on the right-hand side of your screen are live pictures of the Oberoi Hotel. You can see security forces there. They're standing, but we don't exactly know what's going on at that part, but at the on the left-hand side of the screen, you see the Taj Hotel, one of the other luxury hotels that was under attack. There seems to be some smoke coming out of the hotel there. Again, don't know what is exactly going on. The difficulty is to understand what is happening inside, and as Phil has been describing for us, we don't know if how many gunmen are inside these hotels and how difficult of a procedure it would be, Phil, for security forces to actually, because it's not something as simple as barging in and doing whatever they can as necessary to free any of the hostages that are remaining.
No, that's right. And it seemed, I was at the Taj Mahal hotel this morning and sort of saw the process the military went through in that situation. There seemed to be sort of standard military troops and police sort of standing guard and going into the hotel initially. But then later on, just before the hostages came out, they actually sent in what looked like the paramilitary or very heavily armed commandos. Now, we've just seen those commandos start going in here at the Oberoi. Whether that's a precursor to the fact that they're going in to do mopping up operations, I'm not sure, but it does seem as though they have a process that goes on here where the commandos are brought in last. They've certainly been arriving in great numbers at the moment, and to huge cheers from a very, very large crowd that's gathered outside this hotel at the moment.
Is there a sense, Phil, from what you're gathering where you are, that there is a sense of coordination?
Oh, absolutely. There's been a lot of people coming in and a lot of people going out, and it does seem as though the military here are doing this. It would appear to be doing it in quite a thorough sort of manner. Obviously, it's impossible to know what's going on inside the hotel, but the troops seem very, very well prepared. They seem very, very well equipped. Considering the commandos that have been going in recently, they look very, very prepared to do their job.